online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
My new favorite song.
Yeah, this is very MJ.
It is, right? I can see the jacket and the glove. Oh yeah. God. I just kind of pretend it's him, which is no disrespect to the artist.
No, of course,
but...
the weekend. We know the weekend.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is the Spotlight On. Not the Spotlight, but Spotlight On here at AfterBuzz TV. I am your host, James Lott Jr., and I am here to spotlight an actress who is, she's fun. We've been talking off camera already. I can't wait to even get started. Because when I did stuff on her, I was like, oh my gosh, she has layers and layers. We're going to talk about all of it. So, you can follow us, of course, on YouTube and on Facebook and iTunes at AfterBuzz TV. We have a bunch of shows on and other Spotlight Ons, and I do a few, as you guys know. And you can follow me at Black Hope LA on Twitter, BLAKHOPLA. Now, my guest today is a college graduate. She's a dancer, actress. She is also, I'm going to make sure I get this correctly, she has directed an acting modeling school. She has also owned and operated a dance company. She's been on series like Common Law, Treme, which we're going to talk about that, and The Walking Dead. And she's also plays Goldman Sachs executive Lucy in the Oscar-nominated film The Big Short. I'm so happy to have her here, and we're going to say both her last names. Vanessa Cloke and Vanessa
Dimitropoulos.
I love that.
Everybody loves it.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
I am really, really wonderful today.
You just, seriously, you have so much that you've done in your careers across the country.
I can't, when I tell people what I've done, sometimes I go, I don't even believe it myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't realize all the stuff that I've done in this short, and I go, oh, that's why I'm so tired.
Yeah. I can relate. Trust me, I can relate. So when you think back, as we were talking some of this stuff, we're going to get to details, of course, in a second, but when you think back, what is one thing you've learned, just a takeaway for yourself with all these different careers and things?
Wow. I've learned that I like to learn.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Also that egos are, I think, can be a detriment to us. I think egos are almost the root of potential relationships or the lack thereof. And also, I've learned to never admit that I can do something that I can't do. I'm pretty good about saying, I have no idea what you're talking about. Could you just explain that one more time?
Yeah, no, that's smart.
Because if you're taking something on, actually people appreciate I'm blunt. I'm pretty damn honest. And I don't want to end up getting bit in the butt later. I think it's important to admit that we don't know something, because how else are you going to learn? I get the fake it till you make it thing.
Right, I get you, yeah.
But at some point you're put in charge of a project and it's your butt on the line, and you say you can do something and then you don't deliver. And
you look worse.
You look much worse, yeah. So I think I almost think it's endearing for someone to say, Vanessa, I really don't understand this. Can you explain this to me? Yes, please let me explain it to you so that later I don't...
I'm all about asking questions.
Yes.
I have no problem. I think it really takes a strong person to admit when they don't know something or not clear on something.
Right, which is all about our ego. My fourth grade teacher, she goes, Vanessa, you ask a lot of questions. And I was like... She goes, that's a good thing. So now I'm constantly questioning, because how can you improve if you're satisfied with something? And maybe it is the best product that it can be. Maybe it is the best performance that it can be. Right. But I think every artist, and I think anyone who does very well at their job, reflects and goes, how could I have done that better? And not in a criticizing way, just... if I had asked them more questions, or if I had understood something a little differently. Also, I'm just a very curious person. Driving, why do you think that they put that right there? Why do you think? Right. I don't know, Vanessa.
Right. And I think being curious is something that it's also very endearing. It's just something, just being curious.
Right.
Why does education have to stop? It should never stop,
It should
right?
never stop, and it doesn't have to be a curriculum either. I mean, when we were talking earlier about the things that I've done in my life and the things that I want to do, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have enough time.
I feel the
There's
same
too
way.
much to do.
Yes.
And then I get freaked out, like, oh my God, I'll just sit here and binge Netflix because there's just not enough time.
Yes, exactly. You're like, just because I have an organizing business, and it's funny because a lot of people will say they'll see that giant pile of clothes and it just becomes too overwhelming.
Do you organize? I organize. No.
Good girl. Yeah, we're gonna be best buddies. Oh my God, I'm gonna find you.
So
Yeah,
fun.
seriously, I have a business.
Oh my God,
I'm the
I
super
did
organizer.
that in New Orleans.
Yeah, I love it. It's just I look at you affect change.
Right, and it's extremely, especially after Katrina.
Yes.
So there were people that actually, there were dressers that were sitting there untouched, and I said, we've got to empty it all out. And they would actually leave and go, you're like the house whisperer.
Oh, I love it.
Because, they pull this piece of clothing out, and this was my son's, and, this.
Yes,
and this.
yes.
So it was a spiritual cleansing as well as an organizing of the house, and there's something deeper going on with people who have a lot of stuff.
Yes, there is.
And the stuff.
I have a radio show. Shameless plug. I'm gonna have to have you on my radio show. It's an organized radio show. We'll have to talk about that. I will do that. Because no, seriously, because I always wonder people's processes when it comes to time management, organization. Because people understand it is when you go into someone's space, you have to respect the space because it really is a spiritual process.
And there's a sentiment attached to the things in the space.
Yes, exactly. You can't just throw it out, you really can't do that.
No, you can't. I would make bins, and I would say this is if you feel Goodwill, yard sale, you forgot to return these items, this bin is stuff you definitely want to keep, and this is, you're not sure yet. You're not sure if you're detached yet, and that's okay. And you know what? In a year, you might go through that box and get rid of some of that stuff too. You never know, but it's everyone's own process. So you're right. You have to respect that.
You have to respect the space. I always say, well, I come in, I'm respecting you and your space. I respect your stuff. And I'm because their biggest concern is you just come throw everything away.
Yeah. If it were up to me, I'd be like,
me too.
But you can't.
But you can't.
Right.
You just really can't do that. And but that's so funny.
Cool.
Yes, I love it. And you have to if you do watch. I have an interview with I don't know if you heard of Millicent Johnny.
No.
She's a big time choreographer and dancer from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I did an interview with her, and it's just. So we talk about Katrina and some of the stuff that came out of that, and it's just another because we're Louisianans, so that's one to talk about. But you are a local gal.
I am a local gal.
Paramount, California.
Yeah,
yes,
I went to dance school in Downey. Went to the first dance school. I think it was in Cerritos. It was mom and pop. It closed down, and then I got into this kind of fancier studio where I just, I didn't fit in as far as like the fitting in. I'm not really a stylish person. I'm a tomboy. I climbed trees when I was a kid.
Yes.
Did crazy stuff, but I was in this mix where everybody like wore black, and they, people I went to dance school with were on the Wonder Years, Kids Incorporated.
Oh, wow.
Jodie Sweetin from Full House.
Yeah.
She and I played backstage during one of the recitals, and it was a whole different world.
Yeah.
And I didn't really. My mom isn't, she wasn't familiar with this business. She really wanted to get me in it. I auditioned for a pilot that never. I got it, but they never did it.
Which happens, of course.
It happens.
Yeah.
And then auditioned for some like Barbie commercial, but
funny.
Dance. I think I have one regret in my whole life, honestly.
Okay.
Besides taking my name.
Yeah, because she wants to use her Greek name, and she's Greek and half Greek, and she wants to use her Greek name. You should use it.
I think I should use it.
Use it. Change it back.
Now.
Use it.
Dimitropoulos.
Yeah, Dimitropoulos. You do it.
So my one regret is when I was in 8th grade, I auditioned. No, okay, the regret is not the audition. I auditioned for the high school dance team. There were 2 junior highs in Paramount. I was the only 8th grader to make it to the team.
Wow, that's good.
It was good. At the same time, my mom says, "Why don't you audition for Orange County Performing Arts School?"
Okay.
Well, the audition for that came after I had to give the answer to the dance team, and I didn't want to take the chance on getting neither. So
got it. Okay.
I took the spot on the dance team, which I loved, and I still have friends to this day. Like we get together. I just moved back to California, so when we get together. I have so many great friends. I learned about stuff that I never learned at home.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure.
So I had an amazing time, but I regret the fact that I was too afraid to take that chance. On the other hand, I think I have one regret in my whole life, honestly.
Yeah.
Besides taking my name. On the other hand, I regret the fact that I was too afraid to take that chance. On the other hand, I think I have one regret in my whole life, honestly. I'm grateful for the life that I've led, because I think it really does give me the ability to perceive, to empathize, to dig into situations that other people see as black and white, and I don't see things that way.
Right.
It sounds kind of crazy, but even a serial killer, there is a root to that, and I'm very fascinated with the cause and effect of our childhoods and everything else.
Me too.
Although we shouldn't use them as excuses when we're adults.
No, never excuses. No,
but figure it out.
Yeah,
people.
Figure it
Come
out.
on.
Seriously, use them as excuses, but they do make who you are, and you can, if you recognize that,
yes,
and then use it to your advantages.
Right. We need to start a new show.
I'm like, you're my new co-host.
Another show.
Marissa, she's my new co-host. I mean, that's it.
We're unlicensed therapists.
I know. I love it. I'm a certified life coach also.
You are? I've been looking into doing. Oh my God. Are you a Capricorn?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, okay. Well, we get along
We
very
do.
well.
We do very well. Yes. I love it. Oh my God. I love it. We'll be talking. We'll be talking after this story.
Okay.
But you bring up. There's two things you bring up that I want to talk about. Is the dance and education, because you did go to college. And one of the colleges you went to, of course, was Chapman. We have a lot of Chapman folks here at AFTERBUZZ.
Oh, really?
Yes, a lot of people from Chapman.
Okay.
So, but let's go with the dance first. So, what has dance taught you in terms of navigating this business?
Well, I will say that, I started dancing when I was 5.
Wow.
I continued to do it, and like I said, in high school I made that change, and even in high school, freshman year, I turned down the part of Cherry and the Outsiders because I was not able to commit to the schedule.
Okay.
The 8th grade drama teacher called the high school drama teacher and said, "There's got this girl, she's coming over there." Joseph Campbell, he passed away. Was probably one of the most inspirational people in my life. Just he didn't care how crazy I was.
That's half the battle right there, right?
If I didn't have people that accepted my looniness, then I wouldn't even be here today. But so in high school, I was on the drill team, and then in college, I didn't go to college for dance or theater. Okay. But I needed a job, clearly. I had 3. One of them was teaching children's dance classes at different preschools and elementary schools.
That's very cool.
It was very cool. I learned about the Montessori approach, and I learned a lot about communication, which if you come from a household that has a lot of yelling or, other issues, you don't know that it's not okay to be yelling about
exactly.
Why is that there?
Exactly.
Why are you yelling this? Because that's how you talk. So I learned how to communicate, which has helped me in adulthood. Say, I'm noticing that you left your shoes out in the living room, and I could trip over them. Would you please?
Right. In a way, you're being caring. You're coming at a caring place,
right?
And you're trying to, get the end result is to move the shoes,
right? And also, I learned about giving people choices. So the options that you're giving are necessarily in your benefit, but you're giving them the choice, and they get to make the choice.
That's true.
But both choices work for you, which is great in almost any relationship or situation. Yeah. So then, at the end of college, I kind of looked at my credits and I was like, where do I have the most? I need to get out of here. Yeah. I just knew that I was going to be buying a franchise of a company, and I jetted out of there. I took 7 classes my last year and worked 3 jobs. Wow. Taught dance classes. I did birthday parties on the weekends for children.
Yes. Well, what kind of birthday parties, girl?
Right. At one point, my not Minnie Mouse, but whatever her generic name is. Fell off during the magic show.
That was so funny.
So then I was like, ta-da!
I'm back!
The kids are like, oh! So I did, face painting, balloon animals, and magic. And I did that, taught dance classes, and I worked for Restaurants on the Run, which is a delivery service. Yeah. For a while, I was the only chick at the company. Wow. I'm one of the most, there's always something not right. Like there's a hole here or a zipper that's not working. So my first day, I'm changing in the car probably because I was teaching, I was doing Cinderella or teaching dance. And this guy walks up and he goes, Vanessa? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. Let me just get this buttoned up. Yeah. I'm ready for work.
I'm ready. I'm ready to do it.
So I did all that, got out of college, moved to San Diego. It was the first franchise in that area. I stayed with 6 girls down there, one that I knew from high school. 2, actually. Yeah. Worked out of the living room while I built this company that I was managing until I purchased the franchise in January. Built it up to 300 students in 2 months.
That's great.
And really, because of the dance background that led me to purchase that business, I've always been a very type A, overachieving person, firstborn, Capricorn, all that stuff. But and you grow up in California and you have a sense of, you know, you've got to do your best because someone else is going to take your job.
It's very true.
Right.
Yes, that's very true.
But when you run your own business, and it wasn't like this multi-million-dollar company, but nevertheless, it was mine, and I was responsible for everything.
Yeah.
So I would work 16 to 20 hours a day, meeting with teachers, going out to those schools. I handled a recital of 200 children in every costume, including one that looked like this, you know.
Right, yeah.
I learned about business, and that kind of all stemmed from having a dance background and getting a job in that field.
Yeah.
So that when I was in New Orleans after living in Spain for 3 years.
Yes, you do that too, yes.
I sold my company and decided, after getting my real estate license and working at that company, I'm going to do this acting thing. Now, finally, since it just happens to be here and this is what I've wanted since I was 5. But I need money, and so I need work. So I'll go do what I know, you know, maybe teach. I started organizing and put ads on Craigslist.
Yeah.
I did whatever I could, and because of my mother and because of that background, I've learned how to survive. I am like a cat. I always, I don't know how the hell I do it, but somehow I'm resourceful and I know I'm going to be okay because I've been in some situations.
Well, sure.
And I have always been okay. Shelter, food.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at that. And so sometimes when things get extremely tumultuous, I guess would be the appropriate word for right now.
Yeah.
I just have to go, okay, remember when you did this? Remember when you didn't have this? Remember when that happened?
Yeah.
And guess what? You had a place to stay, you had food in your belly, and you have people that love you and you trust. And it's difficult to do, so that's I think what kind of drives me.
You're a good example of that because I'm basically the same way. I mean, I'm a fighter, and I always felt like some people give up too soon.
Yes.
They say like, well, I guess it's too hard. Okay, never mind. I mean, like if you choose something and you really feel passionate about it, you will find a way.
That is what I always say.
Yes.
I say, what do you want and what are you willing to do for it within reason, moral boundaries or whatever.
Yeah.
But I do see people give up, and in fact, I think that has a lot to do with their childhood.
Yeah,
my mother was like, you want to do that, Vanessa? Go for it. You want to live in Spain? Go for it. You want to take 80 dance classes? Do it. My mom has never, ever said, and not even with people that I've dated. She actually waits till we're done, and then she goes, yeah, I didn't think he was the one. She will never say anything
That's cool.
while we're dating.
That's very cool.
But I do think it has to do with what kind of a support system did you have growing up. And even if you came from an abusive relationship, there's usually one parent that's got your back.
Yes, I agree with that.
And it's unfortunate if someone didn't because you don't believe in yourself now.
I agree.
And then you don't try little things. Sometimes when we're depressed, when we don't feel that life is going our way. I went through a divorce. Yeah. Shaving my armpits was such an accomplishment. No, it was like... Okay, and my friend's like, Vanessa, girl.
Yeah.
You need to...
You can braid them. You can braid them. So let's like, can you do something?
Okay, girl. And I was like, okay. Just get to my class. That's an accomplishment. Yes. Just study for that scene. Just, do the dishes. And after a while, you're like, I did that. I did that. I even did my legs. And that little accomplishment is enough to kind of propel you into the next one, and then bigger and bigger.
That's my philosophy. I always say start small.
You have to.
You can't. It's okay to start small. Everybody talks about these big leaps. You don't take a big leap all the time.
Right.
Because every small step still is a step.
Right. You can't get on the freeway until you do like 80 stoplights. Right.
Especially in LA.
Hello.
God. But it's true. It's like you take, and you're a good example of just saying, I'm going to continue going through. I'm going to accept what life is bringing me and work and navigate through that.
Right.
So they say, okay, well now I'm in Spain. I'm going to do this. Now I'm in Louisiana. I'm going to do this. Like, it seems like that's your life is like that. It's just kind of like, okay, I'm here. What's the best way I could get through here?
Right. And a lot of those things, since I was 16, I wanted to live in Europe. Okay. And it's kind of interesting. When I booked Treme, which, it was a day player role, but it was on HBO.
Great show.
It's a great show.
Louisiana.
And it's gritty,
Yes.
But when I was a kid, and there are very few times where I've had cable. Is it cable when you've got HBO? And fancy channels?
Yes. And they say it's satellite now. I think it's something, but cable is what we call it.
I hadn't had TV in like 10 years, so I'm just now starting to get it. So when I was a kid, though, I would be just that HBO sign that came on with the static, and I was like, that's the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
So this first TV thing that I booked is HBO, and to me that was a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It was a big deal.
It is.
And then when I booked American Horror Story, I think they did 2 seasons in New Orleans.
Yeah. Yes.
So I was out here for 6 months, and I was in New York for 2 months, and every day was, I want a scene with Jessica Lange on American Horror Story. Not just on the show.
Okay.
I want it with her.
Okay.
Last episode of the show, of the last season that she's doing, I booked this part where it's 2 scenes with Jessica Lange.
Oh my God.
And I don't know if you watch my reel, but she slaps me, and I was just like, at one point she's like, "Did I hurt you?" And I was like, "No, this is like the best day of my life."
Like, punch me. It's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Right,
Whatever.
yeah.
So I started realizing that everything I've really wanted, and I don't mean like a pair of shoes. What I really wanted and just have thought about and put so much energy into, I really have gotten. Living in Europe, owning that business. Yeah. Being an actress, and starting a lot later than everybody else.
Me too. I understand. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I do.
So I do believe, and I believe that
living in gratitude.
You have to set a focus for where you want your energy to go, and then you have to kind of take what comes with that. But
Yes.
I'm a firm believer that if you want something, you can get it. And when I see people like, "Oh, I tried," no, you didn't try enough, because if I could do this, this, and that,
same here,
then you need to try.
Right. My thing is, it's more about maybe adjusting your attitude about going for it.
Right.
Like, it may not happen tomorrow, like literally tomorrow.
Right.
But in 6 months, it may be all right in front of you.
Right. And it aligns. Everything aligns based on your preparedness, based on your attitude. I really think, like, 5 years ago, if I had maybe been confronted with some of the opportunities I've had now, I really might have screwed them up.
I understand that. I do understand that.
I wasn't ready. And I think, I'm not a religious person, but I think that the source or the universe or God or whoever really does it when you're ready. And you have to be ready.
Yes. Well, you said preparedness.
Yes, when it meshes for you, man, it really
it does.
Works.
Because I tell people all the time. A lot of times it's just timing. It's you met so and so who says, "Oh my God, you'd be great for this."
Yes.
Or it could be you just become friends with somebody. You never know what it could be.
Right.
You can walk down the street and run into something and be like, "Oh my God, this is like," you never know where it's going to come from.
Wasn't the girl that was cast in was it Hairspray? Didn't she work at a Cold Stone Creamery?
Yeah.
Hi. And then imagine if she had a bad attitude. She's like, "You want sprinkles?
Right.
Get you some Oreo crunches." I doubt they would.
Right.
But she was probably open to it, and she had humanity and humility, and people are drawn to that.
Yeah, I had a thing where it's not about me right now, but it's a little quick thing. It's funny because I went to a dinner at the Magic Castle.
Okay.
With some friends.
Go there.
It's the bomb. It's
okay.
so good. We'll go there one day.
Okay.
So it's a lot of fun, and what happened was I sat next to a girl who was a friend of a friend. We were all there at this little 6-person dinner table, and she was just like, "I love you, James. You should be on television." I'm like, "Yeah, I hear it all the time. Yeah, no, you should be on television." I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "I get you on television." And literally, we exchanged numbers. I lived in San Francisco. Went back to San Francisco. And a year later, my best friend moved here to be an actor, was on the show House.
Oh, okay.
Talking to her, he goes, "Yeah." And she said, "Oh, yeah, my friend James Lott Jr. Do you know him?" A year later.
Crazy.
And they called me. I was on House, episode 4, season 4.
Oh, nice.
But
you made a good impression.
Right.
And then the other thing is people want to work with people they like.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
You can be the best of anything, but if you're crappy or have an attitude, they don't work with you.
Right. Yeah.
They don't.
And you never know who's watching or who's listening.
That's very true. That's very true. It happens
you gotta
on both
watch
sides.
it.
It happens on both sides. I know. You know, they both have mouths. I can tell. So I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So the dance was really good for you, obviously, and then dancing to me, it's also acting, right?
Dancing is actually, acting is something that even when I've tried and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. It's like, "Oh, you booked this." It's like, "Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Acting,
Okay, I'm ready. Yes.
But dancing is my heart.
Yeah.
I still put on music. I love reggaeton. I love
I love
rock.
it. Yay!
I really want to go to Cali Bash.
Okay.
I don't care if I go alone.
Yeah.
I like to put my music on, and I can't really do it loudly anymore, but I have these like remote speakers I just put around the house, and I just dance for hours till like 4 or 5 in the morning. If you go to New Orleans, there's a Latin club called Chris Owens on Bourbon.
Okay.
No one ever wanted to go with me. I was always the tallest. I was the güera, the gringa. Yes. But I didn't care. Right. I was like, this is my jam.
I love it. Oh my God, I love it.
I will dance, and here in LA, and something that's a little different in New Orleans.
Yeah.
People watch you. No, she didn't wear that. Oh, good. Why is she in this club? She's, there should be like a 30s club, and then we can look at the 20-year-olds because it sucks.
It does. It's very judgmental.
Yes, and in New Orleans, you could be 60 years old, you could be 800 pounds, and you could be like jamming at Razoo's, and no one cares.
No one cares.
They don't care what you wear. They don't care how you dress.
No.
Who you date.
No, they don't.
They really don't.
They don't.
And that is something that was hard when I made a decision to move back here. Was like, without dancing, I'd love to do a ballroom dance competition before I die.
God, me too.
I want to take classes. I get online sometimes, like, is it Travis Payne, Michael Jackson? Okay. Yeah. Totally learned that drill.
Wow.
Took me forever because
God,
I didn't grow up in a hip hop era. I grew up with jazz and tap.
Okay, got it. Yeah, okay, got it.
So the whole it's a little different.
Yeah. I took when Bailamos was open. I took ballroom dance.
Did you?
And I loved it. And they closed, but they have they have Third Street. It's like a Millennium. There's a few dance places here.
Okay.
They have good stuff like that. But I'd love to do it again.
And the Latin community, I grew up, all my friends were...
Yeah.
It was like 80%. I don't know what is PC now. I thought it was Hispanic. Now it's Latino.
Latino. We'll just say Latino. We'll say Latino.
Yeah, my Mexican friends.
Yes. Okay, there you go. You're in LA.
My Mexican homies.
Yes, I love it.
That was pretty much who I grew up with. And the culture and the community. And you're loved.
Yes.
You really are.
You are.
And you're embraced, which was something, which is a nice foundation to have. Yeah. And especially when you come from a place where you've got good roots, and it's not always in your home, it could be with your friends, and you are a person that travels around. Mm-hmm. Your friends become your family.
Yes.
I was a military wife.
Okay, yeah.
And you're overseas, and you can't just call because you're 8 hours ahead. Mm-hmm. And you have people around you that are in that boat with you, you know. And then moving to New Orleans, which was a whole different world. Even for me, who I just am a very open person, and I think it has a lot to do with where I grew up.
Yeah.
Because I've met people from other parts of the country that are. It's not their fault that they're narrow-minded. It's I guess that's what true ignorance is. Yeah,
I have cousins and stuff that come from the Midwest, and some parts of where they said they're always fighting that upbringing, the not so great parts of that upbringing, the homogenized parts
and
of
the environment.
Yes, and they said they're so happy to be in California where it's a little more open, but they said they're still kind of fighting that. They're like, but they're aware of it because they're in California. They're aware of it. Where if they stayed where they were, they probably wouldn't even think about it.
Know what shawarma is.
Right.
It's very important.
Right. It is very important. It's very important. Okay, so you did Treme. So when we did Treme and you were a day player still, it's Louisiana. How did it feel doing that series?
Especially I think it was like the 3rd episode. So, and obviously nothing had aired yet because they were still shooting. So a lot of times when you go into these things that are first season, you really don't know the tone. You don't know what you're being thrown into. Okay. Luckily, the setting in New Orleans just provides you the the kind of feel that you need. You walk into Bacchanals, and it's lined, and this is an actual place. My friend Vincent Stalba, a good friend of mine, he works there. And they it was the jive of the whole set and the crew, and I didn't work that long on there. But New Orleans is a natural set. Mm-hmm. It's like a movie studio.
I agree. I totally agree. Yes.
Not all of Louisiana is like that. No. New Orleans and actually Shreveport's got really cool.
They do.
They have a cool downtown.
Yeah, they do.
I went there and spent a week.
Okay. They do. They do. They do. They do. And
they had like 16 movies crank out of there, I think, a couple years ago.
Oh, wow.
At Millennium. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember reading about that or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, for you, becoming an actress and you have the Louisiana background to do a show, that's set in New Orleans, it's kind of just crazy.
Yeah, it's almost like you're just kind of like leaving your living room and walking over to the local bar.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But you're professional about it,
and you're getting paid for it.
And I get paid. Right.
You get paid for it.
Yeah.
Now, I have to ask, you did The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Several episodes. I mean, this is, you talk about, you went from like hit show and then you got guests on another hit show. I mean, this show is so iconic right now.
Yeah, I have a friend, and she said to me one day, because, actors, we go, oh, God, I haven't booked. I mean, after Common Law, which was 12 episodes.
Yeah, we can talk about that too, but yeah,
I didn't work for 2 years. And
that happens.
When you're an actor, you validate yourself by your bookings. And if you're not booking, then you feel worthless.
Yes.
So 2 years of that. And then I have some really good friends, and we call each other when it's like, girl, have you had an audition?
Yes,
no,
that's
it's
good.
so slow.
The Village. I love it. The Village. I always call it. Yes.
She goes, you know what, Vanessa? You may not book often, but when you book...
Yeah, it's like, hello.
It's Jessica Lange. It's Christian Bale. I mean, Andrew Lincoln was in the makeup trailer.
Yeah, we talk about that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so I do have to take note, because sometimes we're always working so hard for the next thing that we forget to go, okay, wait a minute, I've done this, this, and this. And not in an arrogant way, but just as a self-validation and go, how many people auditioned for that role?
Right.
And it's hard to, other people go, you only said like 2 words. And it's like, do you know what it took to say those 2 words?
Yes, exactly. How I got here, those 2 words.
Yeah.
Screen
Through
time.
The appropriate channels.
Yes, right, exactly. Right.
Yeah, and people in this business, they do respect that. They do know, like, holy hell, girl, you got that.
Yeah.
Also, Megan Lewis at RPM Casting, she's booked me on most of the stuff that I've done.
Good. Hey, Megan.
Megan, you're also...
We love you, Megan. Love you, Megan.
But to have someone know that they can count on you, because she's very specific, I'm sure. Let's call her in. Let's call this guy in. She knows you're going to deliver. Also, she appreciates professionalism.
Yes.
Which I got from growing up here.
Yeah.
I don't take chances. I'm usually early. Maybe
yes.
sometimes,
No, I'm the same way. No, exactly.
Yeah, you have to be. So, I forget the question. Oh, The Walking Dead. And I'm pretty amazed sometimes, because I go, oh my God, I'm on that show.
Yeah.
I was in a trailer with Jessica Lange. I mean, for me, that's a huge deal.
Yeah. It's okay living gratitude and acknowledgement. It's okay to acknowledge that you had some nice things happen to you. Like, people get afraid to say, it's not bragging. It's just like, I had an amazing moment.
Right.
With Jessica Lange. So the Andrew Lincoln, did he speak in his accent or all the time on set? When I did House, Hugh Laurie spoke in an American accent the whole time.
He spoke in an American accent.
Okay. I was wondering.
And what a nice man.
Oh, really? Okay. Good.
Like, and for that size of a crew and cast,
sure.
for him to go, oh my God, it's so good to see you again. I'm like, huh.
Oh, wow. I'd love to hear that. It's great to know.
He's like the glue of that show, not taking away from anything else. No. It's a very well-oiled machine.
I'm sure.
But just watching him and his ethic and never complaining and not even an eye roll, just so on point about everything, and at the same time genuinely being a nice human being. Wow. I'm just, and you see random things, and I don't ever take things to heart when someone might be, you don't know who's having a bad day, or someone's friend passed away. You don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
So you really can't judge and say, oh God, so-and-so, it's just a bee on set. And it's like, don't spread those rumors.
Right. Because you don't know what's
You just don't know what's going on. And what if they are in character?
That's true too.
Someone like Christian Bale, I mean, he was cordial, but he was in character. And he's playing Michael Burry, and that's not, I would not be okay with someone like, so it's so good to talk to you, so good to be working. No, this is work. Right. If I was on the phone telemarketing, you wouldn't interrupt me during my call.
No, that's true. That's actually a good point. That's a really good point, actually. Yeah. To make for allowances and go, okay, they're in character, they're working, we're on a set, this is a job.
Right.
And so you got to go, okay, he's doing this. This is his method. This is her method. This is what's going on. Right. Or it's been a long day today. We worked 17 hours. That can happen sometimes.
In 17-degree weather sometimes.
Right. Right. Or the opposite, in 117-degree weather. I've done a few of those in Santa Clarita. Ugh.
Yes. Walking Dead is in, Griffin, Georgia.
Yeah.
No, not Griffin. It's in Sonoy, excuse me. I buy a really good soap in Griffin.
Hey, there you go. I like good soap. But it can be really humid and hot down there. I mean,
it was like 6 a.m, and the sun was here, then the humidity, and it felt like we were ants under a magnifying glass, and not one person complained.
Wow.
And I just was like, this is where I want to be. These are the people that I want to work with and hope to continue to, And
so who do you play? So people, if they don't know, if they want to look for you, who did you play? You played Anna.
I play Anna, who's one of the Alexandrians.
Yes. Yes.
And when you get to set, you don't have anything except for your side, so you might not know what the heck is going on. And obviously, again, you haven't watched it because it hasn't aired. So that was a big deal. And my first day, I got to work with a really good friend of mine who plays Olivia.
Oh yeah,
Anne Mahoney.
Yeah.
So I was so nervous. I walk in the trailer and Annie Lincoln's there, and then I look on the call sheet and I'm like, oh, thank God, somebody that I know.
Yeah. And
it was so nice to see her face, and she's a wonderful person.
Yeah.
But then also everybody else was just so welcoming and nice. They're no egos.
Yeah.
No egos. Yeah. And that just makes it better for people who have been there forever and newcomers like me. Yeah. It's extremely daunting to walk on, I think, anywhere. A job interview, a date.
Yeah. Yeah.
And know that everyone's, what are you all about?
Yeah, who are you? Mm-hmm. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
We're already a family. We're already doing, like, seriously, you come onto a set with an already set cast. I'm sure you're like, they see people come in and out.
Right.
So they're like, okay, well, she won't be here that long anyway, so.
I love when people go, so do you die in this episode? And it's people on set. And I'm like, and it's already aired, so I can say that I did not die.
Yes. Yes, it's already aired already. It's already aired.
And they're like, oh, good, we'll see you back here. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And I'm not even thinking about that.
Right.
I think I auditioned for the show 3 times. I have friends that auditioned 10 times.
Wow.
It's always, mock sides. You never know.
Okay.
It's just all about the character and the story.
And how the auditioning process for them? Do they all are the producers and writers in the room, or they just have you go to tape, or how do you do it?
This was on tape because I was living in New Orleans.
Okay.
So most of the Atlanta stuff that I booked was off of tape. Okay. And once in a while there'll be a callback, and I think that's just one has to do with the timeline, because on a TV show, obviously they're I think Walking Dead does 2 weeks for every episode. It could be wrong.
Okay.
Some do 7 days.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So you don't have the turnaround, to watch tapes and bring people in for callback.
Yeah.
So most of the stuff that I did, I stayed in New Orleans because I had face-to-face auditions, which was so nice.
Oh, wow.
I want to go and see the local casting directors.
Right.
And then once in a while, I'd do something crazy and drive to Atlanta for a callback at 2 a.m. to audition for a pregnant woman. And then I had a noon callback in Atlanta and a 4 p.m. callback in New Orleans. Wow. And I did them both.
Okay,
so
girl.
Don't tell me.
Yes, you can't do it. But they say, I don't have time.
Well, when people tell me that, I'm like, then I just don't, I think it's what you put into it. And sometimes it's obviously, you didn't have the right hair color. You were too tall.
Oh, yeah, fine.
You didn't sleep with someone. Or whatever.
Yes, right, yes.
But at the end of the day, did I do everything that I could? So I booked a very expensive ticket. I drove to New Orleans 2 a.m, did my audition at noon, drove my car to the airport. In the meantime, my agent called and said, oh, you booked The Big Short, and I'm screaming. In the meantime, I almost missed my flight, lose my wallet, fly to New Orleans. Friend picks me up, takes me to the callback.
Oh my God.
And then I flew back to Atlanta on Sunday to shoot Rectify for 2 days and then drive back.
Oh my God.
It's Hey, I went into an audition for a callback a day after my gallbladder surgery.
Oh my God.
Because, well, it was for Common Law, and I had gone on a couple of auditions, and this was huge. They'd already, I think they'd already shot the pilot, and then they recast in Louisiana because they were doing the series there.
Yeah.
So there were 6 recurring characters. We were all in the therapy group, which I thought was a really big deal.
Yes.
I think that the local actors over there need a little bit more of a spotlight because there's some amazing talent, and they're playing wonderful roles that are very hard to, to land.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had gallbladder surgery because I think the last callback I'd gone in was like 3 weeks before, and I was like, all right, I didn't get it. Wow. But I had to have this thing taken out.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
So I had the surgery, and when I come out of it, I have all these messages, and my agent, Claudia, who's passed away since then, she kind of sounded like Estelle from Friends. So she's like, Vanessa, where have you been? I've been calling you all day. And I'm like, Claudia, I had my gallbladder taken out 4 hours ago. She goes, well, you got to call back tomorrow. And I was like, don't say a word. I will be there. So the next day, I popped a Percocet because I had to.
Okay.
That's exactly. I was like, hey, everybody.
Oh my God, that's so
I went
funny.
into the casting room. I think I had to audition with another actor to play the husband. It was like a chemistry read. There were 2 producers there, and then Megan.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
So I did it, and then afterwards, I knew it. I was like, you just got to tell the truth, because otherwise you're a loony right now.
Yeah.
So I was like, I am really sorry, but my gallbladder got out yesterday, so I'm on Percocet. And he's like, John Turtletop was like, play it drunk. I'm like, okay.
Oh, how funny.
Oh my God. So
how funny.
It worked out. Like 2 weeks later, I was writing a letter to Megan to apologize for my behavior.
Yeah.
When my agent, I was literally like, she hates me. And I got the call, and
it worked.
So it worked out. But no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be smart about it, because those drives, a 9-hour drive to Atlanta, with no sleep, you know.
Yeah. It could be dangerous, health-wise, and just everything.
Right. And it seems to rain. I don't mean sprinkle. It seems to pour every time I go or come back. So I got to pull over in Montgomery. Yeah. I usually pick up Del Taco.
Hey, Del Taco. That's right.
They don't have them anywhere else.
Yeah.
So, oh God, it is a lot of work, because not everything is here. You're not running to a studio up the street.
That's true. We take it for granted in Los Angeles, especially Southern California.
Yeah, 7 hours, to get to Atlanta. And this is if you had a first audition and it was not a choice to tape. Well, you got to do it.
You got to do it.
Well,
you chose a profession. We both did. Professions that aren't stable.
Right. They're not stable. They're completely unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
When you look back and you reflect on the stories and on the things that happen, it's like, oh my God, you are insane.
Yeah.
But they're great stories.
Right. They're great stories. You just get a bunch of great stories. It's a great episode. You get some great stories. But that's the whole thing, is that we chose this profession. We obviously love it for all its craziness and unpredictability.
Right.
But we're both good examples of that you can do it. You can do it.
And I don't think it just is acting. I've met people. I mean, my mom got her bachelor's degree the same year I did.
Oh, fun. Okay.
And then she went on to get her master's degree.
Go girl.
Obviously, my mother's older than me.
Yes.
So
go girl.
I always tell people that. And I don't think it matters if there's something in this life that you want to do. I mean, granted, you can't start a firefighting career at the age of 60.
Yeah, okay, there's some limitations.
Physical limitations and things like that. But I pretty much think anything else, if you wanted to, and why not? At the end of the day, do you want to... I have friends that are like, God, you're so lucky you get to do this. And I was like, well, but, I don't have my own house. I don't come home at 5 o'clock every day and have dinner with my children and run out with my dog and go on vacations for 2 weeks. Yes. No. But at the end of my day, I go, oh my gosh, I get to do what I want. Yes. I get to do what I love. Yes. Even when I'm not actually doing it, I'm working towards it. Yeah. And I don't know how many people can say that.
I agree. Completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. And I would say that some of the accomplishments you did, you have a degree in communications.
Yes.
From Chapman.
Right.
So how important, that's great. So how important do you feel education is?
Okay, so this is tricky. Okay. I just was looking through a list of actors that didn't graduate high school. Okay. I think Al Pacino's on there. Okay. I think Johnny Depp was on there. Mark Wahlberg just got his high school equivalency recently, I believe. Again, I believe in continuously learning. I believe in... I don't think that the normal education or the accepted educational route is necessarily right for everybody.
Okay, I can do that. Okay.
My high school, I was in honors classes. I graduated pretty high up on the totem pole, and I was exhausted doing everything that I did, because you have to have extracurricular on your resume. And when they said you have to take 3 years of math to go to UC, I was like, bye.
Yeah, good night. Oh, math.
I do not do math.
Oh my God, no.
But I wish, because they encourage us to go to a 4-year university. Mm-hmm. Thank you, but I'm still paying student loans. I wish I had taken a year off, so that my brain could recoup from 13 years of school. Okay. And I wish I would have gone to a junior college for 2 years, because at the end of the day, my degree is going to say where I graduated from.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
And financially, especially now when it costs so much to go to school, it's almost like, who can afford to go to school? And at the time, you either had to be dirt poor or really rich, or if you fell in between, you had to take out a bunch of student loans. And it's worse. I don't know what Chapman costs now, but I know what it cost then. Oh, yeah. And it's a wonderful school. Yeah. Did I have to go there? I went to Fullerton for a year first.
Yeah, you did that, yeah.
Ran into a teacher from high school. Was like, oh, you got to go to Chapman. It's wonderful. And it really was. Yeah. But I worked 3 jobs and studied so much that I didn't really get into anything.
Oh, okay, got it.
I loved advertising, and when it turned out my credits added up in a communications field, I went that route, and they had an advertising emphasis. I'm actually very good at coming up with commercial ideas.
Wow, okay.
So it's another thing that I go, God, I could have been a great lawyer. I could have been this. I could have been that.
Yeah.
Either I'm going to just have to play these people, you know?
Yeah, okay. I like that, actually. Get it out of your system.
Right. I'm just going to have to play them on TV somewhere.
Yes, I like that.
Or, you know, I can still learn. Why can't I study for the bar just because I want to know?
Right.
There are so many things that I want to do.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Same here. I understand. I totally get it.
It's crazy.
It is. Which is beautiful. It's beautiful that you see a future, number one, and your future is wide open.
Yes.
That you have aspirations. I mean, I feel like my aunt, who's a little older, I won't say her age because I don't do it to ladies. She always says you should never stop dreaming, and she has dreams. She's retired now and is still accomplishing things, and it inspires me to go, well, life doesn't end at 30.
No,
it doesn't.
You know, it did 200 years ago.
Yeah, right? Right. Now, some level, we live longer now. That's a good point.
Much longer.
Yeah, that's a good point. And this industry, especially this industry, there's room for all of us and all ages and everything at this point.
I think it's, you know, and for some people it is about a look. For some people, maybe their looks is, you know, what their looks are what got them in, and then their talent hopefully catches up to them. Some of us might be talented, but for whatever reason we haven't fit this niche, and it is much more difficult when you're in your 30s to make it. I've never wanted to be famous, and in fact I'm going to all of these events, and I'm so uncomfortable, and I'm like, I just want to act, you know. Going to try on dresses, and finding the shoes and the accessories and the hair and the makeup, and I really am like, I love the finished product, but I like when other people do it too.
Yes, well, yeah.
Because I just don't. Some people are so gifted and they have the eye for that. Mine is acting and organizing and dancing, getting stuff done. You're the worker bee. I mean, they're tied together. You're the worker bee. I'm saying I'm a worker bee. I'm like, I'm not in it for fame and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I get recognized, but that's not it. It's just that I like interviewing. I like talking. I like kind of this whole exchange. And I think also, I think that whatever life brings to us, because we've pursued it, and say we want to get into acting, and, you know, in 5 years, there's a change, there's a shift. I'm open to the fact that maybe acting is what I'm supposed to be doing until I do the next thing. I want to flip properties. I did years ago. I flipped one in San Diego. I love real estate, but not being an agent. I want to flip. The idea of it. I want to own a bar like in Costa Rica or something. I used to want to own a club called the G-Spot. That was when I was like 20. So that was like when I was 20.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
There's got to be one somewhere.
I'm sure there has to be. I'm sure. There's the J-Spot in Inglewood, but that's a comedy club. But that's like comedy. But I'm like, G-Spot, there has to be someone.
Somebody had to have done it.
It may be a lesbian bar or something. I don't know, but it's going to be something of female origin,
or a place where men go to learn. I mean, I don't know.
Exactly, right. They need to. So, I mean, you know, but it's just, I like that you have this attitude of I'm present. You're fully present. You're present in what you're doing now, and you know that it might change in a few years. It's okay, and it's okay.
But because I know I'm supposed to be doing that, and I'll feel otherwise. I also really want to somehow get involved. There's this whole dynamic with, especially this business, and our relationship to food, and the images that we have to kind of attain and maintain. I give credit to countries like Italy and I think France. They're now requiring body testing of their models. I hope that it's regulated.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I was thinking today that people always say, oh, well, thin people look better on camera, models look better in their clothes. But it's not only that, it's like, but why do we think they look better? It's because we've been led to believe that looks better. I'm not a little person, and you know, when I walk into a room somewhere here, I'm often not the smallest person.
Right.
And some of them are like the size of my thigh, and I'm just like, can I just take you to lunch?
Right. You know? Yeah. Exactly.
But I know the pressure, because since I've gotten back, and especially since I've been doing these events, I'm finding myself going, I'm just not going to eat that much today. And
right.
I feel it.
Yeah.
And I also don't encourage, okay. So there's the saying, what is it? Embrace your bigness, or your
Embrace
big is
curves,
beautiful.
yeah, and also, yeah.
And that's fine if your curves and your body is that way because you're maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and this just is how your body is.
I agree.
I don't think we should encourage overeating.
Oh, no, of course not.
In any way.
But some folks people look better with weight on them. I mean, just like some weight.
Really.
They look better with weight on them, and you can
Yes.
still be healthy and just a different body type.
Yeah, and it's about, are you clogging your arteries? Are you, if you have children, do you want to see them graduate from high school, or do you want to drop dead from a heart attack when you're 38 years old?
Right.
Because you didn't take care of yourself. So I wish the focus would shift not on trying to be skinny and look good in these clothes.
Right.
I wish it would be on living a healthy lifestyle, and it's coming.
Yes.
But I really wish it would blend into the film industry a little bit more.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not tiny, but I have friends that are like, God, you're so skinny, and I'm like, are you crazy? Like, I'm not skinny. I like the meat on my bones. I do think it's sexier. I feel like, and especially because I'm Greek.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have been a little, it skipped me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Women in my family, whatever.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah.
I feel like a woman. And
Yes, I'll say that. Yes.
Yes, and I think that's so important. But it's just taking a long time. So I want to kind of look for ways that I can get involved with, maybe speaking to high school kids or girls, or maybe everybody.
Yeah.
Because eating disorders
running rampant. And also, I'm tired of these people who are saying she's big and she's a size 6 or 8.
Oh my God.
I'm like, that's not big.
It's crazy.
A 24, 26 is big. I mean,
Right.
a 12 isn't big.
Right. And it's also, we're on the coast, we're on these outer coasts where it's everywhere. You can feel it. You're like, okay, I'm watching what she's ordering.
No, right, no, exactly.
I'm going to get these 3 peas.
Right, you're right, exactly. I have an almond for lunch.
Right.
An almond? Like, it's great, yes, exactly.
But if you go to the South, I think Mississippi is in the top 10 for obesity and depression. I believe Louisiana is as well.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah.
You are obese. I mean, I'll never forget. Sometimes I go to stores and I see people that are extremely obese, and I literally cry behind, they don't know that it's happening, but I saw this man, and I couldn't see his bottom half. I just saw that he was kind of limping. So I said, and I just watched him, and I'm very sensitive to what other people are feeling. Which is a blessing and a curse.
Works in your acting, I'm sure.
It works in the acting, but in personal life, it's like, okay, Vanessa, enough of the tears.
Stop being empathetic. Stop it. Yes.
There's a dog with Parkinson's, and I was like, oh my God, this poor thing. What are we going to do?
Yes.
So this man, he came out of the ice cream aisle, and I saw him, and he only had a limp because he was extremely overweight.
Yeah.
And I used to want to make little notes that said, hi, I noticed that you might be a little sad.
Yeah.
And that you might be struggling with a weight problem. I don't want to sell you anything. I just want to talk to you. Because I don't think anything that promotes your health should be financially unattainable.
I agree.
I don't think that we should have to.
I know.
This is a whole other thing.
The show's a whole other show, but yes, I know what you mean.
Education and health obviously shouldn't be something that only the wealthy or the well-off can manage.
Yeah.
But it does come from education.
Yeah.
So places like Louisiana and Mississippi, if there's not an education there and a promoting of a healthy lifestyle, and on top of that, when I lived in Spain, there was like one McDonald's.
How fun! Oh, interesting.
In fact, everyone was thin, and when I went to McDonald's, that's where all the heavier people were.
How fun!
And it was like, hi, cause and effect.
Yeah.
But they didn't allow McDonald's every 3 square miles.
Right,
no.
Right.
And here, yes, I understand that someone actually. We got into a debate because I said, I just don't think that should be allowed. Right. And he goes, well, you know what, Vanessa? The government is not supposed to regulate what you eat and this and this. And I was like, really, they're not? I was like, I kind of think that they are, because people by nature, because of our obsessions and because of our depressions, we go for the habits. We go for that hurt us, and they're available. So I'm not saying let's be a communist country and let's wipe out every single No, believe me, I love me a good freaking taco and burrito.
And you say that again. You say that again.
Give me some Tams.
Yes. Yes, I know. Yes.
But at the same time, are we providing the environment just like a parent does for their child? The government can play the role in providing the environment that we need to support a healthy lifestyle. And don't get me started on how everything is about money, so that will never happen.
That'd be my other show with her.
I'll get ugly.
Let's want that on my other show. It's kind of crazy. And I love that, and I agree. And Hollywood perpetuates stuff. So now, one of the last things I want to talk to you about, because our time is almost up.
I know.
It's crazy by fast. The Big Short, because it's an Oscar-nominated film.
Hi.
And so, how did it come into your life? How did you get it? How did that go?
So, I had been really wanting to be on something that everybody was going to see. So I got The Walking Dead.
Okay, right.
And then I thought, I really need I need something where like everyone, like something that's going to get an Oscar.
How funny is that?
This is like what I put out. I write it in my journal.
Oh, good. I love it. I love that. I love that.
So the audition came from Megan Lewis.
Okay.
And,
go on, Megan.
I love you, Megan.
That's right, Megan.
And I went and I walked in and it was like, she's a Prada wearing, professional. She's on Wall Street. I thought, okay. I had to Google credit default swaps.
Oh, okay.
And while I was doing that, it talked about it. And then it says, if you're familiar with this, if you're in the finance, you'll understand this. And I was thinking, how do you sell something you don't own? And then the next sentence was, if you're not in finance, you're probably wondering, how do you sell something that you don't own?
Funny.
So I did my homework on that. And then I ran to TJ Maxx.
Oh, really?
Like, I had to get something to wear because most of my clothes are like, I need this for an audition.
Oh,
and if I had to go buy clothes at a fancy store for every audition that I need,
I
would be
broke.
Yeah, so I did it and I was like, I'm going to find something. I did my hair and makeup, I took extra time and I walked in and I was like, you got to be money, girl. I walked in money. I felt money.
Okay.
It was wall to wall guys in their suits. They were all Wall Street guys or auditioning for.
Yeah.
And then a couple of women that I know, and it's the audition room is extremely intimidating.
Yes, it is.
And the longer you're there, the more you look around, and the more you start to freak out.
Yes, of course.
I should just leave now.
Right. Never mind. I changed my mind. Never mind. Never mind.
So anyways, I had a handle. I always look at the tone of the piece.
Okay.
I look up the directors and their work. I look up the cast because I knew going into this, one, it's Adam McKay, so there's going to be a comedic element.
Yes, of course. Yeah, of course.
And then when you get Brad Pitt and Ryan Gosling and Steve Carell, and you get kind of people that know how to play, even when they're, they're in serious roles, I knew that there was going to be a comedic element.
Yeah.
And that's what I took in there and thought, I think I know the tone of this. So, one of the lines is, this is Wall Street. You have to understand tone.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was prepared.
Yeah.
And I think I got the call in Atlanta at the airport. And I think it was a little bit of a wait. Okay. And, you just kind of forget about them.
Yeah.
You go, I wish I would have, but.
Right.
So that was amazing because. Wow. This movie's amazing, and even if I wasn't in the movie, this story needs to be told.
It's a good story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This has a cause.
Yeah.
And I don't think that people realize the depth of the damage.
Yeah.
And the corruption that was
that
involved.
went on there. Yes.
Yeah. So Adam McKay, I think, did a phenomenal job of using entertainment.
Good.
To explain to everybody else who has no idea what goes on in the finance world, and bring it to light. So I think as a it's definitely a cause-worthy film. I love it.
Yeah, I saw it. I like it. I worked for Morgan Stanley years ago.
You did?
Back when it was Morgan Stanley and Dean Witter. That's how old I am. And they now they're just Morgan Stanley. Yeah, that's a long time ago. So I know some of the glimpses of financial institutions.
Yeah.
But you were great in it. I saw it and you were great. I was like,
thank you.
At first I didn't know who you were, of course, in it. But now I know myself. Like, oh yeah, I saw her. I remember her in the movie. I was like, of course.
You know what? Nobody really recognizes me until they go, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I do like that in a sense that I feel like I'm a chameleon. I can play a wide range of roles.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I wanted to wear black, and I'm like, this is kind of who I am.
Yeah.
But you never really see it on anything that I do, and I was like, everyone probably thinks I'm stuffy. They don't recognize me. And now it's like, oh, maybe they'll start piecing it together.
Yeah.
Especially if I change my name.
Yes.
It would have been the longest one in the credits.
It's gonna stand out. It's gonna change your name. It's gonna stand out.
Taking the Greek back.
Oh my God! Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much for
We're
having
definitely going
me.
to do some more talking and stuff, and just stay tuned for. We're going to be some other stuff going on, I'm sure.
Yeah, go to the Magic Castle.
Yes, go to Magic Castle. You have to go. My friend's a comedian there and a magician there.
Really?
Jerry Katzman. Yeah,
I don't even know what goes on in there.
We'll work it out.
Okay, good.
We'll totally work it out.
Thank you so much.
Where can they find you? Talk to the camera. Where can they find you? On social media or anything.
I'm on Twitter. This is all new to me as well.
Yes, I know it's new to you.
So at Vanessa _Cloke. I'm on Facebook. I have I guess it's a fan page, just a page where I try to keep updating things
Your
and
stuff's
acting.
good. I have one too. It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. I wish there was just like one button you could do it all. But anyways, and I have a website. It's vanessacloke.com. So
very good.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And everybody, that was Spotlight On, and I will see you next time here on AfterBuzz TV. Have a great day.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
I was just like,
well, that's where the swivel comes
yes, I was like, I swiveled. Thank you.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.